Ben Harper interview, take one.
Well, Ben Harper, welcome back to Blues Fest.
Thank you.
And it's great to see you here again.
It's great to be back.
Now, Blues Fest, has been one of your most popular gigs in Australia, and indeed Australia has been very kind to you. Can you explain a little bit about what Blues Fest means to you?
Blues Fest means a lot to me, and I end up speaking in grandiose terms at times, and I'm afraid some people don't. I'm from California. We tend to use words like awesome and overstate our point a little bit, but I gotta tell you, it's been a very important festival for me musically and personally, and as far as my growth in this country and around the world, Blues Fest has been a real signpost for us, for myself and the bands that I've played with.
You have a bit of an affinity now with Byron Bay itself too, don't you? You've been here for a few days.
I have, yeah. Got here early and staying here late, like a bad house guest.
And what do you get up to when you're here?
I get up to surfing and hiking and just laying low, being still, which is for me is its own challenge.
Now you're here this time with the Innocent Criminals.
Yeah.
You've been here in a few different incarnations.
Yeah.
What is the best thing about this particular lineup that you work with?
They're just brothers to me. I've known them all for over 20 years. And I know where they're going musically before they even go there. There's a certain amount of sort of telepathy and mind reading that goes on creatively with these guys that is unlike any other environment I've ever been a part of creatively.
Is that important to you though, to have some kind of chemistry that you can feed off all the time?
Yeah, you got to have
stage?
that, whether it's with your band or with just people sitting in. I mean, that's where things kind of take flight and become something other than the sum of their parts.
Do you think that's improved you as a musician by working with people like that?
For sure. Everyone I've ever played with, for the most part, has pushed me beyond where I could go on my own, especially the Innocent Criminals.
Now, you've worked with quite a lot of different artists as well, and you worked with Charlie Musselwhite fairly recently. You worked with your mother last year. How was that experience?
It was amazing. It was the best time working with moms. We were able to I don't know, answer a lot of each other's questions creatively in a way that only music can communicate.
Did it surprise you in some ways? Did things come out of it that you didn't expect?
It sure did. I wasn't quite sure we were going to make a record, but then things, the way they moved in the studio, it was real clear after 3 or 4 songs that we were full steam ahead.
And it was mutual respect the whole time?
Well, I mean, she's the boss. I mean, let me put it this way, she didn't make me clean up my room. but she had me making her a sandwich. Glad to, whatever mom needs.
Now you're about to head off on quite an extensive world tour with the band.
Yes.
Are you still enjoying that as much, being on the road?
I love it. And I've had to learn to not overdo things that I love so much and not overreach. It's brought me a heightened level of appreciation in and around things that I love the most. But at the same time, it's what I love to do. Other than skateboarding, it's what I love to do the absolute most. And every gig still feels like my first.
And where is the next Ben Harper record at the moment?
We're about done. We're 12 songs deep into what will be a 10-song record, so things are now getting knocked off.
So they're recorded already?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And when will we see that?
That should be out early 2016.
Fantastic.
And I couldn't be more excited about it.
Now you've pushed a lot of boundaries in your music, different genres. What musical ambitions do you have left?
Quite a few. I'm still trying to get to the best song that I know I haven't written. A lot of records still. I want to make the best Innocent Criminal record that's ever been made. I want to make a steel guitar record, an entire instrumental slide guitar record. I want to make a reggae record. But I have started to cover some bases that I had been reaching for, like the record with my mom, a blues record. Oh, and I'm about 8 or 9 tracks done with another Charlie Musselwhite record.
Oh, cool.
So I just have to balance what's going to come out and when at this point too.
So you're not slacking off at all?
No. I'm somewhat musically and creatively obsessed when it comes to needing to get out once a song is written and I think it's reached a certain level or mark, I got to get it down.
And you talked about the best song that you haven't written. What is the best song you have written?
It's kind of not for me to say, you know. It's
It must have been a moment though where you thought, this is exactly what I was intending to do.
You hope to have one of those moments, at least one on every record. If I could actually, maybe I should have held off on my career and just waited till I had, because if I took one song off every record I'd made, I'd have one hell of a record. Be a good place to start a career, but you kind of have to go with what you got in the moment you have it.
And after tonight's performance at Blues Fest, where are you off to?
To drink some wine with friends in the band. And then I'm going to stay, Byron, I'm staying.
Well, it's great to have you here, and you're welcome anytime.
It is great to be here, and it's great to be in your tent, get a chance to chat. Sorry it's not longer, although you're probably through with me, but it's truly great. I mean, because I've been doing this a while, and the fact that people are still interested is really cool, so thank you.
Well, thank you.